what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Eskwilax Hour, Season 17. We bring you interviews, local news, sometimes light paintings, and a little of everything where we get creative right here today at famous Echo Park. And of course, with our friend Tochtli. Thank you for being here this morning. I think this is one of our first episodes that we've done like in the morning.
Really?
I think so.
Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for making the trip out here. Again, like you were mentioning, it's like a little gloomy. It's a nice day, and I appreciate your time.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Um. So yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Tochtli. I'm an artist. My mediums are screen printing, murals, lettering. I've been doing this for about 10 years, 11 years or so, professionally, I would say. Um, yeah, I like a little bit of everything. I like painting and I like putting messages in my art as well.
Well, yeah, that's great because I think that's what we were talking about earlier. How we met about
10 years
10 years
ago?
ago. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
back in like the Boyle Heights area.
hmm
Are you still in Boyle Heights or?
No, no.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Me neither. I had my shop there, but then unfortunately, things happen and I
Mhm.
had to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm always supportive of people out there in Boyle Heights,
Boyle Heights, yeah.
regardless.
Yeah, that's where, I mean, self-help graphics is at. I was there all the time, all day, every day, and just learning screen painting from people there that were nice enough to share. And just practicing my craft, just being at self-help really gave me the confidence to try to do this full time and freelance and just have try to make a career out of it.
And is it something you always like saw yourself doing, or you just kind of picked it up as you went?
I never saw myself doing what I do growing up. I mean, I think it was very taboo in a sense, it's not something that our parents want us to do. But I've always liked art. I've always drawn and love lettering. I love lettering so much, and that's kind of where I started. And then I feel like being in a space like self-help really nourished that and made me realize that it is possible to do that.
And what type of lettering were you doing before you got into that?
Um
Like you use markers or
yeah,
brushes
I
or?
feel like a lot of us start with markers and black books, and that's just where I first started with it. And then you go a little large scale eventually, but yeah, that's where I started with that.
Do you still hold on to like work from back then, like in the black books from like those days?
Yeah, I still have ed stickers, everything. I think it's important to see like your growth with lettering and like how you can improve and how much better you've gotten. So I
Yeah.
do like to keep on to those things.
And no, because I remember doing that, like you said, like starting with a marker and a black book, but like all my stuff is like gone. Like,
Really?
yeah, either I just gave them away or just forgot them somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's great that you still have your
Keep
stuff.
them. Even if
Yeah,
they're embarrassing, I keep them, you know?
yeah, yeah. I've seen some of mine. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. But that's where it was at one point. But it's
Yeah, we all had to start somewhere.
hmm
Um, so that was like mostly what you were doing before you got into screen printing, just lettering.
So before I got into screen printing, I think I was just really busy like trying to organize with community and
Of course.
learn and then I think when I ran into self-help, that just kind of translated like I learned I can make art about it and specifically printmaking, posters, political posters. And so I think that's kind of how it lined up for me.
Um, did they offer you like is it like free programs for the youth back then, or are they still around right now? Or
Yes, they are. They're going under a renovation, so they're not in the original building on First Street. But self help is amazing. I feel like if I volunteered my time to help, they would give me that help back. And just being there every day, asking people the process of screen printing, and like people were very nice to share that knowledge with me.
and do you remember what was like your first screen print, like what you worked on?
What was my first screen print?
If not, it's cool. It's
I think, I think it was the the Stop Calling Me Hispanic screen
oh
print.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was like a take on Roy Lichtenstein, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And it's like very pop art, and that was probably one of the first ones I made.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what you think when you like finish the first print, and you're like, damn,
Yeah, it was satisfying. And I like that there's a series, there's multiple prints, so a lot of people can have them,
yeah,
which is why I like printmaking.
yeah. And So you went from that, and then you get a light bulb, and you're like, hey, like I really like doing this. Like I want to continue doing this.
Yes. So yeah, for sure the light bulb came on, and then I really wanted to learn from somebody, and I didn't know if I was going to go to art school. That was just kind of out of reach at the time. So I went to LA Trade Tech.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I really want to commit to myself learning more professionally. And so I went to the sign painting program. And
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
yeah, and that's where I really learned the ropes of like technicality of lettering and business, like how to have clients, how to picture your work. My teacher Doc Guthrie really taught us that. So I think that's kind of just elevated that for me.
Yeah, I've heard about that program from many different artists. That it's a great program
It
that they
is.
have.
It is. It was crazy. I mean, it started at 7 a.m. every day. And we were there till like 12:30. And by 7, 8 o'clock, we were already lettering, doing our work. We had a lot of tough love in that classroom. Like, if you didn't have all your materials, you get sent home.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang.
I got sent home like a week straight because I didn't have the right materials.
Dang.
But it taught me to like just have everything to get there. Yeah.
Be on top.
Yeah. So that really like after I graduated from that, I knew I could do it, and I just started freelancing for a couple years.
So, what was like your first freelance job?
My first freelance job was okay. Well, there's this one I do like to tell, but then I'll say the other one.
Yeah, no worries, no
The
worries.
first one was for my grandparents' taco stand.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because they had like a little a taco sign, but it was made out of tape.
Oh,
And
hey, well, yeah.
let me fix this for
Of
you.
course, you're like, I just got out of school and I know how to do all these skills.
Yeah, and I was just so excited. I remember going with my grandpa. They live in like the middle central Cali, so it's like a little rancho.
Yeah.
And we just got like little paint, whatever they had, and that was like one of the first jobs I would consider.
Did you have like a record of it somewhere? Like you took a photo of it or
Yeah, I have a photo of it.
personal? Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, because I mean, you're like fresh out of school and then you want to use all these skills you have, you know?
Especially to help my family,
Exactly. And then did you end up like combining screen print and the lettering?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think when you learn different mediums, you want to combine them. So I think it went really well, especially for like political printmaking.
Of course.
It's definitely like signs and like messages. So it worked really well.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad that you're able to work and practice and like you said, make it as a professional in the world of screen printing. Cause yeah, like you were mentioning earlier, growing up, we don't really see ourselves leaving the normal jobs or careers that our parents or just family members and community members go through.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely been a journey, but I'm grateful for everything.
And I'm glad you're here with us to tell you a little bit of like, your art journey and your story because that way other people see that is possible. I'm sure like again, like you said, you've taught before in the past of your teaching that you have inspired many, students.
I would hope so.
But also like having a record like this little documentary that we're doing ourselves, that shows people that even if it's like, because you're based in LA, right?
Yes.
So even if they're not in LA, they can watch it from somewhere else and be like, damn, like I could do it.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the goal for sure.
That's great. That's great that you're putting in the work and that you have put in the work. Because I mean, I myself when I was doing the like the lettering, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna continue, and then I just stopped. Yeah, I just stopped. Didn't pursue it.
Yeah.
But
no, I don't know, something about letters. It's so fun, and like when I got the hang of it, I just wanted to take it to the next level every time.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a continuous journey with lettering, and I think I would hope to keep doing that till I can.
That was great. I mean, have you expanded like on your lettering right now, or you're just more focused on like the sign painting or just the screen printing?
I mean, I think I do try to practice. I have my little journals, and but I do practice every time I do a job for someone. I want to give them what they want, but also take it to the next level, so then I could be happy with my progress and they can like what they have. But yeah.
Have you created like your whole alphabet, like your own personal alphabet?
I probably with all the work I've done, I definitely have maybe 2 or 3 alphabets already.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like if you had like a book like that later down the line.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, one of my friends, Jade, told me that a long time ago. She's like, I bet you already have a lot of books of letters, and I thought about it, and yeah, I do.
Yeah,
it should be cool.
Yeah, because they do give you like the standards, like how to letter, I guess.
Yeah.
But then, like as an artist, you're like, hey, I want to make my own, or like you tweak it a little bit, and it slowly becomes,
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
yeah, like maybe like I said, not right now, but like down the line when you have like a bunch of these
Yeah,
alphabets going, it'd be
that'd be
something.
awesome.
Because I could see, someone like using your letters and just going on about it. I tried it for a second. I did have an alphabet again. I lost track of it, but I did have a little alphabet going.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, just practice.
yeah.
That's all it is.
That's good.
Mm.
So as far as like when you left Cell Graphics and then you went to Trade Tech,
Mhm.
and then after Trade Tech you were just freelancing. You said
Yes.
it was like mostly LA or like
Yeah, mainly
outside of LA.
mainly LA.
Yeah,
A lot of carnicerias. That's what I started with. And then like some nonprofits,
yeah,
different businesses, people starting up, people that are established already but want like a different feel.
yeah.
Like it's just kind of like that.
Is there only like a certain type of I guess signage that you stick to, or like are you
Um,
open to like any different that the client one?
Yeah, I'm open to different styles because it pushes me to learn. And then, I mean, I want to give them what they want. So if they want a minimal style, I'll do that. If they want like big, bright letters, then I'll gladly do that. I prefer that.
Yeah,
But it definitely depends on what the client wants and what the business is. That's how you kind of determine the lettering you're gonna use.
yeah. Because I've seen some really sick letterings, and I've always wondered like who's the artist behind. Because LA still like still has like the little mom and pop shops that they do hire artists to do certain work like that, and it's awesome to still see it. I mean, I don't really know on this area like Echo Park if they have that, but as far as I know, like more a little east,
Yeah,
we have a lot of that,
yeah, yeah.
and it's beautiful to see it because it's part of I guess that neighborhood's culture or just
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I definitely agree. It represents and reflects the people that live there, and I think that's beautiful. It's like vinyl and printed banners cannot do that, you know?
And has like this current career, has it taken you like outside of LA as far as traveling and doing work like in different countries or?
Not in different countries, but definitely in LA. I think the community is so tight knit that I've been fortunate enough for people to like to hire me and work on stuff with me. But I hope so. Maybe one day go to Mexico,
I was
paint
gonna
signs.
say, have you been to like Mexico, like the FA or?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been to the FA Oaxaca. There's actually a really good sign painter, Rótulos Bautista.
Uh huh.
He's amazing, and
And is that Oaxaca or?
Oaxaca.
Uh huh.
Yeah, he's just amazing, and it makes me appreciate the craft even more because Mexico styles are way better than like the standard American signage. The use of colors and
Yeah.
bold letters, like I love that.
And I guess what I was also trying to ask was like, I don't know if you ever, I've only seen it online because I haven't traveled, but like they in the FA they have like all the signage, but it was slowly like getting like whitewashed, like painted over to I guess it wasn't fitting the new aesthetics to the gentrified neighborhoods out there.
Yeah, definitely seen those signs,
Yeah.
and that's where a lot of my inspiration comes from. But it was sad seeing that they were whitewashing
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
art, to appease tourists and gentrifiers.
Yeah, because they were slowly, yeah, like I watched the video on it, and someone documented how, yeah, even like the small one, you know how they have the newsstands and little, I don't know, I guess hot dog stand or like just vendors with the signage, and then like on the stores, and yeah, they're slowly coming by and like, hey, like this doesn't fit what we need it to fit.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're restoring them or bringing them back. But like to even initiate that is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and it just says a lot about the power of signage and people reflecting their communities.
No, yeah, I mean it's all part of the who people are, and if you remove little things like the signage or the murals, you're removing the people slowly. It's not just no, they're not doing it just like temporarily. They're doing it on purpose.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
it's all part of a bigger. I mean, especially like I've seen it in like West LA. Like when I grew up, when I was like I don't know 10, which was years ago, and so they had a mural at this park. There was like a Chicano community in that area. Surprisingly, because it's West LA, like you don't really hear that. But they had a mural, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna clean the mural and we're gonna paint it, and then we're gonna repaint it." And then the local people were like, oh, sure, yeah, we'll do that. Like, that's cool. And then they painted over it and then just never brought it back. And I don't know if they brought it back now recently, but it has been, like I said, like 20 years that
They left it like that?
supposedly they were gonna, yeah. And there's like a beautiful, mural depicting like the local community people, the brown people that live in the community.
Yeah, that's another like testament to the
Yeah.
power of murals too, because a lot of them get censored and unfortunately dealing with that, you learn from it, but it's just very reflective of how people feel about that.
Does your art also extend to like muralism or canvas work, like, or
Yeah, I think more murals than canvas. I need to learn how to sit down and work small scale.
yeah,
I can't right now, but murals, yes, I've been working on a couple now, and it's awesome just to paint and learn when you're on site.
yeah. And right now we have reached our first half,
Mhm.
so we're gonna take a little break,
Yes.
and when we come back, we'll keep talking about the mural. Thank you for coming on again.
Yeah, thank you.
We're gonna take a little break, guys. We'll be back. And we are back again. Beautiful day, Echo Park, Tochtli. We're over here talking about chatting about art. Thank you for being here again. As always, I'm grateful every guest that we have that takes their time, comes sits with us, become part of our little documentary. You
Yeah,
know,
thank you for doing this.
I mean, we try, we try to keep going.
Mhm.
Self-funded, independent film,
Yeah,
but
there
we're
you
here.
go.
So yeah, we were speaking about muralism. What's your take on muralism?
It's probably one of my favorite mediums. I love everything about it. The history of murals, it's part of our culture, and it does a lot of powerful things. So I love that everyone can see it. It's for community, and when you're painting, you get people's opinions when they walk by, and that matters a lot. Because I think what goes up should be reflective of the community that's there, and they should be proud of seeing it every day they walk down there.
Do you have any murals up right now in LA where people can go see it or?
Yeah, I have one on Soto and Olympic on the east side. It's on the Pollo Loco.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's one there. There's one in Indian Alley in downtown. It's a really cool alley if you guys have time to check it out. They have a lot of native artists.
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
Indian
Indian Alley. It's behind the Regent Theater.
Okay.
So it's that alley that's there. It's worth checking out. And then we do have a bigger one, not in LA, but if you're driving down the Imperial Valley,
Imperial Valley.
yeah,
Okay.
there's a huge 100-foot mural in the Imperial Valley Desert Museum.
Man, you guys put all of that together?
Yeah, it took us like it was like a year-long project, but we painted it in about 6 months
That's a long time.
in the desert
Yeah, that's
during the summer.
challenge.
Yeah, but it was so fun. Me, this artist named River, and another lead artist named Tolo. He's from Mexicali.
Okay.
He was a lead artist, so we
Okay.
painted like a beautiful origin story of the Kumeyaay tribe
Yeah.
to like contemporary times. But that's probably one of my favorite ones.
Wow, that must have been like a challenge, no? Like just being out there. I mean, but that's also like a mural. As far as a muralism, that's like a muralist's dream, no? Just to get to painting for like 6 months straight.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, that was the dream. That was amazing that we got to experience that, and like I said, it's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see myself doing that too, like just enjoying something like that. Because later down the line, you're speaking how the image and the wording and all the messages in the mural matter. I'm sure it's gonna be in a book somewhere, and they're gonna be having like to go over what the meaning, the community,
Yeah.
and because I know like the one of the reasons I started like quote unquote graffiti, which I did for a bit years ago, when it was like back way many years ago, but was because I saw murals in books. But I had no access to it. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Like,
Yeah.
how do I do that? So the closest thing was spray paint and
Yeah.
a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere there was free walls, but and but yeah, having access to the tools and like the knowledge to create a mural from like what you did was like must be amazing.
And it's not even crazy. I feel like when I was younger, I thought I needed all these tools. You just need your primary colors, a paintbrush, and you can make any color you need, and the cup for paint, and water. And yeah, it's very doable.
You guys ever do like mural classes or mural like to teach like the youth or any of that?
I've done screen printing classes and lettering, but I have not done murals. I think that one's a little more tricky to figure out, but I would love to, if there's an organization that will be able to put that together, I would love to do that.
Yeah, because I think what I was mentioned was like that's kind of what didn't like stop me from doing it was like knowing how to actually go from like a small drawing to like giant, I don't know, 100-foot piece, you know.
Yeah. I think trade tech definitely taught me that with the letters because they teach you how to paint wall signs too. So you had to take your sketch to a big scale, and they taught us like the original like Pouncy method that muralists use. So that gave me more confidence.
Because definitely now like people have the advantage with like technology, right? Like projectors and like
Projected,
yeah
yeah.
and stuff like that now that makes it easier.
Yeah, or grading it out with like little
Mhm.
doodles with spray paint.
Yeah.
There's so many ways.
Well, I mean, do you have a new mural project that you're working on coming on or not yet?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been working on a show since February. It's gonna open November 16 at the Huntington Library
That's
Museum.
next month?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Oh, we
yeah.
caught you on good time.
Yes, you did. Yeah. So it's the public opening is on November 16. It's the main show is called Printing the Revolution. So it's a bunch of screen prints from Chicano printmakers from like the 60s to now.
Yeah.
And then I got blessed enough to get a room in that same exhibition, and I've been working on pieces and a mural inside of there to share with everybody on that day.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's dope. Like, especially because, you worked on your art, and then it's always good to have spaces where you're able to share them.
Yeah, and especially the messaging of the show now more than ever.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I was censored. A lot of things that I wanted to say are definitely gonna be put up there, and yeah, I'm just very grateful for that opportunity.
Well, we can't wait.
Thank you.
We'll check it out. Is it gonna be up for a while or is it gonna be permanent?
It's gonna be up until March, sometime in March. I'm not sure when, but it's a good while that it's up there.
All right, that's good. That way people get. Do you say the Huntington
Library, or no, the Huntington Library Gardens
Garden
Museum.
is it? Has like a big, like a whole place, right? Where it's like
Yeah.
like the gardens and the different.
Yes. So they have a bunch of gardens, and then they have like little spread out museums in there with really cool art that you guys should check out.
Yep, definitely. I mean, I'm sure there'll be posts about it online,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Um, so usually on our show we kind of start a certain way, but today we started the other way, which I don't mind because again, this is every new episode is kind of unique, and every guest artist we have is unique. So I was gonna ask you, like as far as your background, like your
Mhm.
parents and your
Mhm.
grandparents, does that background reflect, or do you take that and put that in your artwork?
Yeah, definitely. Just hearing what my grandparents um and my parents had to go through to be in this country motivated me to talk about it. I mean, I have the privilege to do so, so I'm gonna use it.
Of course.
And I use that in my art, and every story that they've ever shared with me fuels that and the messaging and what I want to put out there. Like my grandma, just speaking with her, just sharing like intimate moments, and sharing how my grandpa had to be part of the bracero programs and everything that
Okay.
they endured to be here. So I take it to account, and I take it very deeply, so I do translate that in the art.
And you say he was in the Bracero program and you know what state he came from, or in Mexico, or
Yeah, Michoacan.
oh, Michoacan. Okay, shout out to Michoacan.
Yeah.
And then your grandma too, Michoacan,
My grandma was from Sinaloa.
Sinaloa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's two great states down there.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of culture,
Definitely.
and to be able to bring it out here, that's
Mhm. And
did
my other grandma, my other grandpa, he's from Michoacan as well, but my grandma, she's from Colima. So that's beautiful, like different than both, but
oh yeah,
beautiful to be in.
Colima is like a little more tropical, right?
Yes, very much tropical, and they have two volcanes, fire and ice. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Wow. I mean, I can only imagine how the taste the coffee there
Oh yeah,
tastes like.
ridiculously good.
Yeah, yeah, because Volcano is really good with that.
Mhm.
So they came over, and where did they settle? Where did your grandpa settle?
So when they came over, they settled in South Central.
South Central.
Yeah. My grandma's still in the same house.
Oh wow.
My family's still there, so
Of course.
that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's like growing up in certain areas like that. You know, you do see the world a little bit different coming up, but then when you do leave the space and have the opportunity to, either move a little bit. I guess in this case, everybody knows the 10 freeway kind of divides
Yeah.
the people.
Yeah.
So like once you go above the 10 freeway, you can kind of like your mind kind of opens to a lot, like a whole different world.
I agree.
And taking your art and your culture and putting in there and then bringing it outside of South Central. It's great.
Thank you.
And so they you say they still lived out there, their community. Um, were you ever in Boyle Heights, or you just went to
I went to high
Graphic?
school in Boyle Heights.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to high school there. I got bussed out all the time, every
Yeah.
day. And that's how I got familiar with the area and then going back to self-help graphics too.
Which high school, if you don't mind?
I went to Bravo.
Oh, Bravo.
Do you know Bravo?
No, I just know the big ones.
It's literally one building with 5 stories, but it's next to the White Memorial, no, the
Okay.
General Hospital
General Hospital. Okay, okay.
in a little cut.
Wow. I mean, I'm sure it was like very intimate, right? Like
Yeah,
teachers on you. What is it, like a few students, one
yeah,
teacher, a couple
yeah.
of teachers?
It was cool. I liked it.
All right, that's good. And so do you ever go to like, I guess, what do you call, like, community events in South Central, or?
Yeah, I like when they have the jazz festival.
Yeah, I've
It's
heard
really
about it.
cool.
Yeah.
I love going to that. There is sometimes there's like a little coffee shop off Central that has events like pop-ups. I like going to those.
Yeah.
And then there was that community space.
Yeah,
Used to be
I
workshops out of there. Yeah.
yeah, well, IPR was where we last, I think, kind of met, right? A few years back.
Yeah.
I don't remember IPR, and then now they moved or they did back then, to Chuco. That's
Oh,
where
really?
I'm at. Yeah, yeah, they were doing art shows in Chuco Center.
Go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then because of pandemic, I think everybody just kind of lost touch. Yeah. How was the pandemic for you as far as an artist? Like, what were you doing as an artist?
It was weird because during the pandemic, I had more like graphic design art. I feel like people wanted to get their businesses up and a lot of clients wanted different things, but I found myself doing more digital work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was grateful to have it, you know? It was a really tough time and trying to figure out work was crazy, but that really helped.
I mean, yeah, as an artist, imagine everyone that couldn't work during the COVID and pandemic, whatnot. Um, and as an artist, it's like 10 times harder.
It is. It
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
It really was. But
But I'm glad you made it. Now you're moved on from everyone just staying at home and
yeah.
not being able to go out and do all that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, so recently, like, what kind of work are you doing with, like, the community? Are you working with the community at the moment? Any?
Yeah, I recently did a sign painting lettering workshop for students at Northridge
Okay.
at CSUN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Northridge, Season.
Yeah, that was really cool, teaching them like the basics of lettering, and they were making a card for a loved one that passed so they can put it on their
Oh,
altar for Dia de
yeah,
los Muertos.
yeah.
So yeah, that was really nice.
All right. Well, um, we were talking about earlier. You said you had a little experience in Oaxaca. You went out there.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Mexico. So I went with my friend Stephanie. Shout out Stephanie. She was kind enough to bring me and two of my friends in. And then we stayed with her for like a whole month. It was really cool because one of my friends out here connected us with a gallery out there
Yeah.
that was run by people from Oaxaca, and
Yeah.
they had a really cool screen printing gallery, and they were nice enough to let us do work out of there, make prints out of there.
Sick.
So we're spending our time printmaking and learning from them, but it was really fun.
Did you leave any prints there, or?
Yeah, I left an edition that I made, and then I took some home. It was like a trade that we did,
Yeah.
but yeah, that they're really awesome.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you went out there. I haven't been out there in years, but I know that the culture of, like, the art culture has grown there more. Again, like the taboo things where you say, like, we don't really see ourselves doing or being artists down the line, but out there it's growing. So
And they're so talented.
Mhm.
I'm like always blown away by the art that they do, and it's so beautiful, and I could only hope I'll do that one day.
Well, hopefully you can go back soon and make a mural out there.
I would love to. Yeah.
Collaborate with, I think they're called Lacolulocos, the guys.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Taculo. Yeah, they're
yeah.
amazing artists too. I would love to paint with them.
Yeah,
You know,
safe.
and get tatted by them.
I know you were saying you were supposed to get tatted.
Yeah, I just would
Next time.
Next time.
Well, our talk here has reached its last few minutes. Did you have anything to say? Anything encouraging words for the upcoming artists?
Yeah. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm here for you. We're here for you, and the world needs more artists, so we're rooting for you.
Thank you for that. And any shout outs? Any
Woo. Shout out Self Help Graphics, Stephanie, my family. I love you guys, and yeah, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. The Eskwilax Hour. This is season 17. That's how long we've been doing this.
I love it. Nice.
And we'll keep going until the wheels fall off.
Yep.
Again, appreciate your time.
Likewise.
We'll catch you guys on our next episode, season 18 or 17 still. And thank you guys for watching, and talk to you guys next time.
Thank you.